Hey, good morning. It's Huntington's Disease Todd. Today I'm going to be talking about, is there a treatment for Huntington's disease? You know, the other day we had the great news that came out about UniQure and AMT-130 getting approval now from the FDA to move forward. I've been always putting off talking about some of these cures and treatments because it can boggle my brain. As I told you, I have Huntington's disease, and sometimes putting together facts and figures is not the most easy thing for me to do. But this morning I want to talk about a couple things that came my way, and there's a whole summary of different things that are in the works for Huntington's disease. I don't have bullet points today, but I'm going to go through just some of the things. So first off, I'm going to put this up real quick. Cure HD, we won't be silent. I'm giving him credit today for sending me the information. This is on Facebook. It's Ryan. If you want to have information, that makes my light go down a little bit. If you want to have information that's current about Huntington's disease, you need to go to his site. It's on Facebook. You can freeze that there for a second if you need to get the information. But here's the deal. He sent me some information, and I just realized today, I don't know why I didn't realize this before, but when I get stuff on my on my tablet, on my Facebook, I can open it in my tablet. So I'm on a little Chromebook where I do my recordings for these videos. So today I'm going to do just a little bit of reading. I hope you don't mind. There's going to be a little bit of, a little bit of a different format today. I want to kind of go over just some of the things that are happening in the Huntington's disease community for, kind of like what I would say is a cure and or treatment for Huntington's disease. So of course we know about UniQure. I did the short video the other day, and it was really one of the better shorts I've done about is there a cure, it was called, for Huntington's disease. What happened is it inspired me to make this video today because there was so much interest the other day from that, and there was a lot of people that shared that video. That video has been the most shared video of any that I've done, and I think it's over 130 times that it was shared. So thanks to everyone that shared. I hope that if you come back today, this information will be a little bit helpful to you. Again, I got this from Cure HD. Ryan, he's on Facebook, so I'm just giving him a little bit of credit. He posts stuff on his site all the time that's very helpful. So I'm going to read a little bit here. I didn't really, I have this little Chromebook that I do my videos from, and it just dawned on me today that I can actually put the notes in front of my face on the tablet while I'm doing the video. UniQure AMT-130. So these are things I'm going to run down that are just things that are happening and in the pipeline. It's AAV5 based gene therapy received FDA breakthrough therapy designation back in April of 25. But now it's been moved forward to fast track designation. It's been through phase 1, phase 2 reported, and now they're moving forward. It shows that it slows the progression by 8.2% in neofilament light, and they are offering them the biotechnical license advanced agreement or whatever FDA has. That's a big deal. So for the first time, I think, in the history of having Huntington's disease, I'm excited to say that there are treatments I'm almost positive will be available in the next few years. Another thing that happened this past week is I signed up, and I'm just going to put this here for a second. I signed myself up for HD Genetics. That's on Facebook as well. You can go there and set yourself up to get trial notifications. I'm sharing this now because I want you to be aware that there's a place right on Facebook that you can freeze the frame there, do that, go to that site, because on there you can find out all kinds of information about all the trials that are possible available. I signed up for the first time because I hope that there's an opportunity for me to be put into any of these things that are being available. So we know that AMT-130 from UniQure has made it to the next phase. That could happen as early as the end of 26, beginning of 27, even being available on a more wide scale, opportunity. So I'm reading here a little bit. Pardon me. Vico Therapeutics, February of 26, initiated patient dosing in their expanded cohort, phase 1 and 2, and it's called VO659. And that is a novel angioglycolide candidate. So that's another thing. Anilam Pharmaceuticals is also in February 26 initiated dosing in an expanded cohort in their phase 1, phase 2A trials of VO659. These are all things that are happening right now. This article that came to Ryan and he shared with me, it's talking about the investment opportunity that there might be in the marketplace. So they did a kind of a summary of all these different drugs. So I thought I'd just go down them. So that's VO659. I know that some of these things I'm going to try to expand on. I may try to start doing a midweek Huntington's disease talk where I talk about drugs on a more personal, slowed down level. I'm sorry I'm talking a little bit fast. I'm getting a little bit excited. When I first was diagnosed 12 years ago with Huntington's disease, there may have been 3 things that people were talking about back then. Hardly anything was advanced this far along. All right, then after that, Anilam Pharmaceuticals has Regeneron, and this is ALN-HTT02, and it's RNA. Another thing that's happening too is RNA/DNA, the submolecules of all of that are making it more advanced because now they're having more opportunities. One of the things I heard a long time ago, and I'll share with you today, my doctor told me back then that we have the advantage that Huntington's disease is only on one strand of our DNA. He thought that that means that it might be easier to take care of or treat. Some of the other diseases that are out there are more complicated than Huntington's disease. So I think right now there's a big surge on Huntington's disease research because the companies see an opportunity to make it, that they can make headway in it, that they can make cures that will work. So that's the VO. So we got to Anilam and then Skyhawk. Skyhawk Therapeutics, they're advancing the Sky 0515 into phase 2 and 3. Again, it works with the protein levels and the MRI brain volume. So the protein in our brains, another thing, RNA, DNA, they're all coming together. Also, so that is Sky 0515 into the phase. Roche, they're continuing to refine their ASO program to Morrison. Also, that's RG6042. I'm sorry that I'm reading a little bit, but I got to be honest with you. All of these things are a little bit confusing to me. No, they're not confusing to me. They're hard for my brain to wrap around. Again, with Huntington's disease, we do the best that we can, but also our brain is functioning less appropriately. I'm hoping that when I signed up for HD Genetics, that they will get me into a trial that may be able to help slow down this disease a little bit. I did not do this earlier, and I want to do it now. Subscribe. Hey, the last video I had was shared so many times that if some new person came to my channel, I wanted to have some information about the drugs that are being worked on and that are being available probably in the next few years. I remember 12 years ago when I was diagnosed, there was no hope like this. So I'm going to try to do possibly a weekend show that I'll talk about general things that are happening with me, and then I might try to do a midweek video that talks about these drugs individually. Today I'm covering a lot. I just want you to know that the resources that you could go to on Facebook are there. And HD Genetics, they also do testing for finding out if you have the HD gene. I was telling someone the other day that now that we have all of these drugs that are in the pipeline, it may mean that getting tested for Huntington's disease won't be as dramatic in the future. When I was tested for Huntington's disease in the beginning, I went down a path right away of thinking negative. Oh man, this is going to be terrible. I remember how my grandfather was. All those things went through my mind. Now we may have the opportunity to get on some kind of a treatment. So I'm thinking in the next couple of years, it's going to be the most exciting time in Huntington's disease research. You know, when people find that they're making headway on something, it gets exciting in their community. So all the doctors and all those people out there that are working so hard, I just want to say thank you. All the people that went through all the efforts to get this AMT-130 through FDA, there were a lot of people that worked on that. I'll be honest with you, I was a little bit quiet on all of it because my brain just has a hard time wrapping around facts and figures. So today, I've learned a few things about my tablet here so I can maybe share more information on the screen right in front of me. I also finally started doing my talk to text on my phone. I'm a late bloomer on that. It just took my brain a little while to wrap around it. Look, so Roche is continuing their RG6042, Ionis Pharmaceutical, Wave Life Sciences, Annexon Vaccine, Voyager Therapeutics. All of these companies are on the marketplace, on the landscape of Huntington's disease research. Is there a treatment for Huntington's disease? I believe it'll be here soon. I believe that we all can have more hope. I get people on my page that are in hopeless situations, and this disease could be devastating. But I truly think that we're on the cusp of something great, and I'm glad to be here in the midst of it. I'm going to do everything I can to put these videos out. Go to my page, Huntington's Disease Todd, and subscribe. I hope that this video today will just be the beginning of what I can do in sharing this information about the Huntington's disease research. I know it's quick. I know we got through a lot, but just remember, today is a new day in the Huntington's disease community. All right, come to my page and subscribe.